What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys taking the time to click on this video and listen to me talk about the New York Football Giants for, I don't even know how long I'm going to be making this video. Going to keep it quick, respect your time, because the Giants sure as hell don't respect ours. You know, really this video is going to be about the fan base. You know, there's a lot of opinions online. There's a lot of vitriol and viciousness between Giants fans online, on Twitter, on Instagram, I don't know, on Instagram. I don't even have Instagram. Like on Reddit, YouTube, you know, content creators. It seems like there's a lot of different people that have a lot of different opinions on how to fix this team. And really the crown jewel of what most people, most fans feel like is going to be the cure-all, the fix that's going to bring the Giants back up to relevancy, and that would be drafting a quarterback in this upcoming draft. And honestly, I agree with that. Daniel Jones, as much as I like to defend the guy, I feel like it's warranted. You can't go into 2025 with Daniel Jones as your quarterback. Not for the morale of this team, not for the morale of the fan base. Although does look like the team stands up for him and the team respects him, and he does look like he's an actual leader in that locker room. And I don't necessarily feel like it's all his fault. There is a heavy push and almost an expectation that the Giants are going to be drafting a quarterback in this upcoming draft. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at what it means when you draft a rookie quarterback, someone that you feel like is going to be the franchise quarterback for years to come. And what I did, I went back and I looked at the last 10 drafts, the last 10 first rounds, and those quarterbacks that were selected in those first rounds. Within the last 10 years, there have been 32 quarterbacks taken in the first round. Only 10 of them remain as starters on the teams that drafted them. And there's some exceptions in there, like Baker Mayfield's in there, Jared Goff's in there, and those two, looking right now, definitely aren't busts. But the moral of this video is that when you're looking at a bust versus hit rate on first round quarterbacks, within the last 10 years, it looks like there's about a 31% hit rate on quarterbacks in the NFL. And so for me, it's a little disheartening. I can't say I don't agree with it, because I do feel like we do need to go get a quarterback. And just because the hit rate is so low doesn't mean you need to, just because the hit rate is so low doesn't mean that you neglect to draft that position high. And if you feel like there's a guy out there that's going to be your franchise quarterback, you go out there and get him. I feel like that's self-explanatory. But here's the thing too. I know we still have 9 games left to play this year. Giants are, right now, as I'm speaking with you guys now, Giants are slated at the 9th pick in this NFL draft, in the 2025 NFL draft. If you want a quarterback, you're probably going to want to be around the top 3. Top 5 is pushing it. Your comfort zone's around top 3, preferably first, if you want to really get the guy that you want. And I've already said previously, I'm not a huge fan of this draft class. You know, there's not really a whole lot of guys out there that wow me. I do like Cam Ward. Shedeur Sanders, not a big fan. Quinn Ewers, not a big fan. Carson Beck, not a big fan. So if we were to take somebody in this draft, it would, in my opinion, it would have to be Cameron Ward. Like I said, we're 9th in the draft picking order as it stands right now. Still a lot of ball to be played. But if the draft were to happen tomorrow, there are 8 teams ahead of us, and 6 out of those 8 teams need quarterbacks. So you would need to basically lose the remaining games of your schedule in order to even have an opportunity to be in a position to draft your guy. Or, I mean, there's always the opportunity to trade up for them, but if you're a quarterback needy team and your quarterback that you want there, are you going to trade out of that pick? I don't think so. So you have like teams like the Browns need a quarterback. The Raiders need a quarterback. The Titans need a quarterback. The Panthers need a quarterback. You know, it's not just going to be a surefire thing, and I know that's why a lot of people are pushing for the Giants to tank. I'll never do that. That's just not my character. But here's, let's say we do end up getting a high draft pick, and it's because we did end up going 2-15. I feel like it would be hard for me as an owner of a team to watch a coach that goes 2-15, that has 2 back-to-back losing years, and then give him the reins to be able to draft the future of this team. Because either you're intentionally tanking, you're intentionally sabotaging your offense in order to get your quarterback, which I wouldn't agree with. I'd call you a scumbag and tell you to get the fuck out of my building. Or you're trying to win and you're just ass. So, I mean, Giants are kind of in a tricky situation right now, and it really has the fan base split. The fan base split. And there's not a whole lot of easy solutions. And I feel like a lot of people think that, hey, we're going to get our quarterback, and then everything's going to be great. And that's what I want to happen. That's what I'm hopeful that's what's going to be the case. But like I said, a 31% hit rate within the last 10 years of quarterbacks. I'm seeing people on Twitter doing jersey swaps of Anthony Richardson, saying, Joe Schoen, make the call. Get Anthony Richardson over here. And I'm like, are you guys fucking stupid? Like, you want that dude to come over here, the guy that fucking tapped out, said that he was too tired to fucking play football in a game, in the final drive of a game that meant a lot to the organization, that would put you, in good standings in your division. You're gonna fucking tap out like that, and that's fucking that's what Giants fans want. They want the flash, they want the wow factor. That's all they want. But on this channel, just a little side tangent here before I let you guys go. I want this to be a place where where Giants fans, NFL fans, anybody from any fan base can come here. And as long as you guys are respectful and you guys are respecting other people's opinions, we can have a respectful conversation about how this team should go about doing things and how this team should move going forward. Because I just see a lot of loud voices, a lot of people that I don't know, a lot of people that are just just the loudest ones in the room. I want to hear from some quiet Giants fans, people that think before they speak rather than just start spouting shit that they see on ESPN or First Take or on Twitter, whatever, just throwing all those narratives out there. It's definitely not going to be that easy for the Giants to turn this shit around, because there are deeper problems with this team rather than just the quarterback. I understand Daniel Jones is one of those reasons, but it's not all on him. One thing that kind of irritated me too is, and this is why I need to stay off Twitter and stop listening to a lot of this Giants crap, because I'm hearing Giants podcasts, Giants people on Twitter and Reddit and whatnot, and they're saying, oh, why didn't Joe Schoen and Brian Daboll sign Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson was in the building. Why didn't you guys sign him? Da-da-da-da-da. If you guys go back in time, a lot of Giants fans, a lot of NFL fans in general didn't like Russell Wilson, especially after his days with Denver. He seemed unlikable. He seemed like he was a bad teammate. He didn't really back up his kind of entitlement on the field. He comes to the Giants. We want to give Daniel Jones another shot. That's fine, but we play him this last week versus the Steelers. He's a starting quarterback, and you'll see screenshots of his stats for that game, and they're like, oh man, Giants really fucked up. We should have gotten him, this, that, and the other. But I mean, he threw 10 more yards. He had 10 more passing yards than Daniel Jones. He had 1 touchdown. Daniel Jones had an interception and no touchdowns, but looking at the yardage, there's a 10-yard difference, and Daniel Jones probably should have had 2 touchdown passes last week if Malik Nabers was able to get his second foot in bounds. I mean, that was a good throw by DJ. Nabers just didn't make the play. You got your best players need to be your best players in moments like that. If we don't get a ticky-tack, illegal formation or illegal shift, he would have thrown another touchdown to our tight end. So people don't like to think about things like that. They just like to, because it's just easy. It's just easy to see the media's narratives and not have to fucking think for yourself. And you can just scapegoat and just throw everything on the quarterback. And this isn't me trying to meat ride Daniel Jones or defend Daniel Jones, because I do agree he has to go. He's not a quarterback that I believe that you can win a Super Bowl with, and that's a problem. He has to go. But I just see like a lot of people saying how it's just going to be so easy. Just go get your quarterback, and then everything's going to be good, and then everything's just going to blossom, and everyone's going to be excited and hyped. And I wish it was that easy. I honestly do. I mean, how many Panthers fans were excited when they drafted Bryce Young? How many Colts fans were excited when they drafted Anthony Richardson? Bryce Young's, or not Bryce Young. CJ Stroud's a total monster. I love CJ Stroud. I'm surprised the Panthers didn't draft him. But anyway, it's getting dark. I gotta go. I'm gonna leave this video here, but you guys, again, appreciate you guys stopping into the channel, and thanks for rocking with me and just hearing me out. So until next time, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.